Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am? Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity given to me for delivering a wonderful session on emotional intelligence, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, we can start by 6:30, right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Initially, we will give the introduction, ma'am. Then we will start, ma'am.
Oh, sure, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. சார் பிபிடி வேணுமா இல்ல அப்படியே நான் எக்ஸ்டெம்பர் மாதிரி அப்படியே பேசவா ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லையா
Ma'am, PPT இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும், ma'am. Because all over
ஆனா
India, there is different language participants will participate, ma'am.
ஓகே
It will
சார் இப்போ
be
இங்கிலீஷில் தானா
better.
நான்
English, ma'am.
உங்களுக்கு ஓகே சார் ஆக்சுவலாக நான் உங்களுக்கு ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் பிபிடி எனக்கு இங்கே ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேருக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஏதோ ப்ராப்ளம் வருது அதை
Ma'am,
நீங்கள்
நான்
பண்ண
உங்களுக்கு ஒன்றும் பர்மிஷன் தரல, மேம். வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுக்கு பர்மிஷன் கொடுக்குறேன்.
இல்ல இல்ல அதுதான் நீங்க நான் உங்களுக்கே அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன் நீங்களே கூட ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்ல
மேம், எனக்கும் இங்க இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கு, நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கு. நான் அதனால மொபைல்ல கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கேன்.
ஓகே
இல்லைன்னா பரவாயில்ல விட்டுருங்க.
இல்ல இருக்கு நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணி பாக்குறேன் சார் நானும் இன் கேஸ் ஸ்கிரீன் if I can able to share the screen it's okay otherwise அப்படியே ஓப்பன் டாக் மாதிரியே நான் இது
மேம், நாங்க
பண்ணிடுறேன்
செக் பண்றோம், மேம். நீங்க ட்ரை
ஆ
பண்ணுங்க. இல்லைன்னா விட்டுருங்க.
ஓகேங்க சார்
Sir, good evening, sir. Ramkumar Singham, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you
Good
hear me,
evening,
sir?
Doctor.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, guest has also come. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Friends, we'll be starting the program sharp at 6:35. Please wait. Already 30 people are there in the group, so we expect some 15 to 20 more people. So we'll be starting the session at 6:35 sharp. So please bear with us for 5 more minutes. So till then, you can enjoy your own work. So you can be on mute. So we will again start the program at 6:35. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Doctor, if the guest find any difficulty in running the PPT, we can able to help you out. Either I can able to run the PPT or Ebenezer can run the PPT. So if the guest need any help, we
Okay,
can do
sir.
it.
Sir, I will share to Ebenezer, sir, as well as for you also, sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Raja sir. Good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Thank,
Welcome, sir.
thank you for the intimation. This is my first first
Welcome, sir.
webinar meeting. Yeah.
Welcome, sir. Hearty welcome, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
And it's a good subject. Ultimately, everything moves on EQ. Apart from IQ, everybody knows, but EQ, not many people know or practice. Not.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Good evening. We
Good
welcome you all for this wonderful webinar. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good, sir.
Yeah. So thank you very much, friends. I can see a lot of people who have joined from North India who are also research scholars, doctors, students. I can see a lot of new faces also. So thank you very much for joining, and we warmly welcome you to our PRSA Chennai chapter. Our special welcome to today's chief guest, Dr. C. Jayamala, Associate Professor, School of Commerce in Savita School of Law, SIMATS, Savita University, Savita deemed to be university. So welcome, madam. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
Friends, this session is going to be very short from our side. Small welcome and introduction about PRSA from my side, and our secretary, Dr. Raja, who is also the associate professor at Satyabama University, Viscom department. He will give an introduction about today's chief guest, and then we'll hand over the floor to the chief guest. Chief guest will run through today's wonderful topic about how emotionally intelligent are you. So then question and answer session, and then vote of thanks. So the session will close by 7:30 sharp, and then we'll send you a feedback form to register yourself, and then so that we can, as committed by us, we will send you the e-certificate. Okay, fine. Now, what is PRSI? Why we are conducting this kind of webinars regularly? Okay, PRSI is nothing but Public Relations Society of India. This PRSI society started in 1959 in Kolkata, and then later the headquarters moved to New Delhi. The Chennai chapter started in 1969. So it's one of the oldest but still youngest chapter in Tamil Nadu. In PRSA, there are 23 chapters across India, and there are 3,000 plus members across India. Coming back to Chennai, we have got 115 members, and a lot of people from different walks of life, like corporate communication people, people who are working in corporates, who worked in corporates and retired now from public sector banks, public sector companies, a lot of corporate people who are currently working in corpcom departments as PR, in PR roles, and a lot of associate professors, assistant professors in Viscom department, Masscom department, and students, and a lot of people in PR agencies and advertising agencies are all members here. Every month we have a meeting at Chennai in a hotel called Hotel Savera, offline meeting, and every month we have 2 online meetings targeting towards giving more, aiming towards giving more input to the student community. So to surprise the student community, we are offering e-certificates who are interested, who are attending these events interestingly. So this is what a small background about PRSA. People who are interested to be members, they can join us. They can either contact me or Dr. Raja, our honorary secretary, so that we can guide them accordingly. It's a fees is very simple, 1,000 rupees per annum. So we have kept the fees very less in order to encourage a lot of small fee, a lot of small, lot of people to get benefited. So now over to our secretary, Dr. Raja, who is working as an associate professor in Satyabama University, Viscom department.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Dr. C. Jayamala, MCom, MBA, NET, JRF, PhD. Ma'am working as a associate professor and head, Department of Commerce, Savita School of Law, Chennai. Ma'am has, 200, more than 200 attended a conference, online FDPs, and seminars, and many more. Ma'am guiding 4 PhD scholars. Not only that, ma'am guided 150 BCom students in Savita University, School of Law. Savita School of Law, Savita University, Chennai. Thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation for this wonderful webinar. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your introduction, sir. Okay. Emotional, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shall I start, sir? Yeah. Very
Yes,
good
ma'am,
evening
please,
to
ma'am.
one and all attending the webinar today. A very warm good evening. Today, emotional intelligence, the basic thing which everyone needs in the current situation. So we might have seen many students who are intellectually they are very high. They are having high intellectual quotient, but they are socially inept due to because of they are lacking their emotional quotient. Because what is emotions, most of us are having a doubt what is emotion and what is feeling. There is a minute difference between emotion and feeling. Emotion means it is a longer, it is a long term that amygdala is in the part of our brain is responsible for all our emotional activity, but whereas feelings is for a short term process. It's like a sensation. So emotion, then most of us are having a doubt whether emotion and feelings are one and the same, but it is not actually. There are a lot of programs to increase our emotional intelligence, and now research states that more than 78% of the top performers are those who are having IEQ rather than, instead of having IQ, the performers are showing exhibiting 78% of the top performance are having high IQ, which means emotional intelligence plays a vital role in increasing performance. Not only it helps academically, but also in our personal life, relationship management with our colleagues, and other societal relationship. So these are all the basic outline of emotions. Now, in a narrow sense, emotional intelligence means the intelligence about our emotion, which means ability to recognize and regulate our own emotions as well as others, not only others as well as others. This is a very narrow definition of emotional intelligence, which means we have to have the ability to recognize what kind of an emotion we are experiencing and which triggers our emotion, as well as on what is the emotions of others and which triggers their emotions. If we understand these two things, then there won't be no conflict between individuals, and we'll develop a good interpersonal relationship with our peers, friends, and others. So basically, in a workplace or in academics or in any other societal relationship, we need to have a good interpersonal relationship. This good interpersonal relationship can be built through having a better emotional quotient, which means we need to understand what others feels and what we feel, and we are not asking an individual to control their emotions. Rather, it is better to delay their or to understand their emotions and delay their anger. Maximum, oh, is it
Ma'am, apologies, ma'am. Not able to hear you, ma'am.
Sorry, not.
Ma'am,
Is it okay now?
yes, ma'am, it's fine. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. The history of emotional intelligence has its origination since 1920. In 1920 and 30, it has been described as social intelligence, the ability to get along with other people by being able to understand the internal state, motives, and behaviors. And in 1940, David Whistler developed the concept of non-cognitive intelligence, stating that it is essential for success in life. Intelligence is not a complete until we are not able to define its own non-cognitive aspects. So in 1950s, that human psychologist Abraham Maslow suggested that the people can build emotional strength. So this is the history of emotional intelligence. And in 1975, the Howard Gardner introduced this concept as multiple intelligence in his book That Shattered Mind. And in 1983, the Howard Gardner, in his book Frames of Mind, introduced interpersonal and intrapersonal intelligence. These are all the basic two components of emotional intelligence. And 1985, Payon used the term emotional intelligence in his doctoral thesis, which has been unpublished thesis. And in 95, these are 1990 and 90, in the period of 19 and 95, Peter Salovey and John Mayer, they have coined this term emotional intelligence. They are the psychologists, and they have coined the term emotional intelligence. And after that, 1995, it has become more popular by Daniel Goleman in his book Why It Matter More Than IQ. This is the evolution of the concept emotional intelligence. Now it is gaining little importance among the academicians and as well as the corporates, because nowadays corporates are recruiting the people not only with those individuals with high IQ, but also those who possess high EQ as well. So now the tests are conducted to test the level of emotional intelligence of individuals, because the individual has to work in teams or in any climate. They have to work along with others. So if the individual possesses better interpersonal qualifications, empathy, social skill, and better relationship management, can only survive in the corporate world. So this nowadays corporates are giving more consideration towards the people's emotional intelligence, to know the level of their emotional intelligence of their employees. And they are conducting the test at the beginning itself, the level of emotional intelligence, by way of certain set of questions. And this emotional intelligence can be measured through different ways. If different authors have adopted different measures and scaling techniques to measure the emotional intelligence of an individual. It can be a self-reported measure, or it can be an opinion from an individual, or from our vaccines, or combination of both, or the performance metric based also this can be measured. So this emotional intelligence measured, the level of that is EQ, that is the measurement, that level is called quotient. That emotional intelligence plays a vital role not only in our day-to-day life, but also it has been highlighted in many cinemas, like I think many of you have watched that movie, Insides Out, and other lot of movies. We can cite lot of movies in the later stage. This the most formal definition of EQ refers to the ability to identify and express emotions. That means basically this emotional intelligence was developed with five components, and later it has been redefined by Goldman as four components, which means self awareness. That means awareness of one's own self. What is the emotion, what kind of emotions that they experience, why it is happening, and what is the level of their emotional, that is whether it is an anger or happy or sad, whatever it is, what is there, how they can manage. These are all the self awareness, how they should aware first what kind of an emotions they are experiencing. And the second component is self management, whether they are able to manage or control. It's control in the sense, if they can able to delay their anger, whether they can able to manage their own emotions, how an individual can manage their own emotions. It's the second part. And the third one, the third component is social awareness. Social awareness in the sense, that means how they are how the individuals perceive or understands others emotion. And the fourth one is relationship management. Here, interpersonal skills and emotional empathy plays a vital role, because Empathy in the sense, it's not sympathy. Sympathy means merely we can, oh, he's doing, oh, he's not well, like that we'll think and we'll not do. But empathy is little bit higher form of sympathy. And empathy, we need to have more empathy than sympathy for having high EQ. That high, we can easily identify a person with high EQ with certain measures, which means they respond, they will not react. There is a difference. Again, there is a difference between respond and react. React can be of a, it will create an unpleasant situations, where respond can create a positive or a pleasant atmosphere. So if the emotionally intelligent people will respond rather than react, and they know what triggers their emotion and how to manage their emotions on the current situation, and they take all the negative the criticisms in a positive way, how they can take better opportunity or the better, how they can make betterment from the negative criticism from others. So these are the basic qualities of a person who possesses high level of EQ. And they accept that every, that an individual cannot be happy at all times. It is a basic thing that people with high EQ can easily accept that everything is good for, what's happening, that's for good, and every time we cannot be happy. In sometimes we need to be worried, or we need to think a little. Happiness is not about being everything what we want. Happiness is something about happy with what we have. So that emotional intelligence people will possess these kind of qualities. They will listen to your emotional voice, they will listen to their inner emotional voice, and particularly they have more listening skills than responding immediately. They'll have a more they'll have a patience in listening. And these are all the basic criteria of a individual who possess more emotional intelligence. And basic, when we compare these emotional intelligence people, how it helps in our day-to-day life means it will enhance the effective communication by way of listening skills, negotiation, and public speaking, and improved teamwork. These are all the components of all the four basic elements of emotional intelligence. That improved teamwork, because we need to work in a team, whether we are in the corporate or in academics or whatever it is, or even in the society, we need our teammates or our friends. So it will enhance the teamwork, and for cooperation is essential for a teamwork. So the emotional intelligence will build cooperation among the peers, subordinates, and their superiors. And it will enhance our decision making skill, which means decision making, how we can take a decision wisely with regard to all the things which is happening around us. And it will, and it will increase the productivity. As I said in the beginning itself, the person who possesses more emotional intelligence exhibits more higher performance than those who are with low EA, which means it enhances the productivity. Scientifically, it has been proven that the person who possesses more emotional intelligence exhibits more productivity, which means they exhibit higher performance, and it increased productivity. Productivity in the sense for the organizational context, that it will improve the employee engagement and motivation, it will enhance the job satisfaction. Once the job satisfaction is arrived, and automatically the employee will feel happy, and they'll obviously lead to a better performance. And for customer relations, now definitely persons who are working in a corporate or wherever, whatever it is, or in academics, we need to talk to our customers or parents or whatever. So this IQ persons will have a better relationship management with not only with peers and friends or things, but with customers as well. So these are all the basic components of emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is, repeatedly we are saying this emotional intelligence. Why it matters, I think both there, what is the basic difference between emotional intelligence and normal IQ? That IQ measures the ability to learn and reason, and it helps to solve the technical skills. But whereas the EQ measures the ability to perceive and control and evaluate the emotions of ours and as well as others. It is, and for very luckily, it is a learned phenomenon. That means it can be learned. Emotional intelligence can be learned. not IQ. IQ is a genetic thing and static, but whereas emotional intelligence can be learned over a period of time, and we can develop our EQ level, not like IQ level. IQ can be up to a certain level it is fixed, but whereas in case of emotional intelligence can be learned through lot of the skill soft skill course trainers are there to develop our emotional intelligence level, and it can be learned throughout our life. This is the basic difference between IQ will lead to our academic success, but EQ will lead to have a life success, because we need success not only in our academics, but it will lead to life success because it matters a lot. Life success in the sense a good relationship with the family, quality of work life should be there, and better relationship, that means peers, and better academic performance will come. Like that we need to have a success in our career also. This career development growth can be possible only through, not only through this is AQ plays a major role in developing our career growth and developing our societal relationship. So when the person has a better societal development and a good interpersonal relationship with others, can easily success in life. As stated in the Maslow's hierarchy theory, once the basic need is satisfied, then it has go up to self-actualization. The self-actualization stage, that this to attain this self-actualization need, one has to have a high EQ. Then only he can be success in life. But developing is a blessed thing that we can it can be learned. And many psychiatrists they have the doubt that whether EQ is like a mental uh, thing that can be it's no, not like that. Emotional intelligence can be can be analyzed and can be developed for a career development, but whereas psychiatrists will give a treatment for mental analysis of what kind of pressures and depressions they have and how to treat them. But no, it's emotional intelligence, it's not a mental illness, it's a kind of a thing that can be learned, it's not an illness. So most of the individuals have a wrong opinion, it's a kind of having low EQ is a mental, it's not a mental illness, we can develop easily, it's not a this thing. So it helps for the career development and our personal development and growth and success in the life and fun. So shall we continue or shall we finish up, because they said half an hour.
Ma'am, please continue, ma'am.
Yeah, shall I continue for 5-10 more minutes? No, there is
Yes,
no.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Yeah. Because half an hour, so no, I was very keen with the timings. That's why.
Please continue, ma'am.
Yeah. This emotional intelligence, we can have a many we can cite many examples in cinemas also. The cinemas like as I said in the morning, sorry, starting of webinar, cinemas like I can anyone want to note make a note of this cinemas and they can watch later also. There's the Tare Zameen Par. It's a Hindi film. It reveals the empathy and education of emotional intelligence, which is the major part. As I said, empathy plays a major role in emotional intelligence. The Tare Zameen Par, that film that talks about more on empathy. That is the one of the basic components of emotional intelligence. And this Inside Out, the film Inside Out talks about emotional awareness and the pursuit of happiness, which has been uh, 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 Will Smith is the casting over is the hero in that film. It talks about the motivations. Throughout the film, he faces lot of problems and how he manages his emotions as well as other emotions of others, and how he is overcoming all these things and how he succeed in his career and life. This talks about motivation, how he has to how the person has to be a self motivated person to overcome his emotional barriers. And this one, the Shawak Redemption and Three Idiots, these are all the other examples that stress on mental state, stress, and Good Will Hunting is a film that talks about emotional healing. These are all the see, we are seeing the film of just for an entertainment purpose, but as an academician, always we used to relate our subject with uh, films or the cinemas or any other information that we see come across, we'll relate that subject with our academic purpose. So these are all the emotional, if emotional intelligence, if we look into that film again on this concept, then you'll come to know the components of emotional intelligence are being forecast or played or identified in many cinemas. These are all the basic these are all the some of the film cinemas that I have come across with this emotional intelligence contest. And finally, emotional intelligence. Shall I conclude, sir?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. In conclusion, we should understand our own emotions, and we have to regulate our own emotions. Why it's happening? We need to concentrate on our emotional voice. Why it happens? What triggers our emotion, and how to regulate our emotions in a very positive manner. How we can able to control, how not control in the sense how we can able to regulate our emotions so that others will not hurt, and we can at the same time showing empathy also will enhance our emotional stability, and inspiring and connecting with people will enhance your relationship so that you can have a success in your life. Shall we conclude? That's it, sir. Thank you for listening, sir. So, sorry கொஞ்சம் ரொம்ப fast, and I am very sorry if I deliver the speech very fast manner.
Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can raise your question. Dear participants.
Madam, can I raise one or two questions?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
I'm Jairaj. Of course, I retired from SAIL as a general manager, and I'm a member of PRSI last 10 days or so.
Okay.
Madam, EQ, can it be, is it the same as the concept of I am okay, you are okay, something?
Not I am okay, you are okay. How, why others are not okay? What makes them feel unhappy about ourselves or there? It's not I am okay. It will not create a bond, sir. If I am okay and you are okay, okay, then go. It will not create a bond. It will not create a better interpersonal relationship. If I am okay, why you are not okay? If I am very concerned about you, why you are not okay? What makes you unhappy? Whether I can make something to make you happy in a very conserved way. Because if something doing wrong will make them happy, I will not do. I cannot do. I should not do. So what is my
Madam, EQ is the same as this concept. I am okay, you are okay, because almost, I am okay, you are okay. It takes care of not only oneself, but also one's own awareness, but also it takes care of it is also, it also gives importance to empathy, empathetic, isn't that? I mean, of course, you are a better judge. You can give your views. Then, madam, in a world of AI, where AI is increasingly intruding into human lives, business or office or factory or even at home. How is this EQ significant?
I couldn't hear you properly. Your voice is breaking. So it can be introduced in family then?
No, AI or artificial intelligence is increasingly intruding into our lives.
Yes, sir.
Whether at home or at the office or at the factory or in the business. How EQ, that is EI,
Emotional, okay.
is significant in such an atmosphere where AI is increasingly getting into our lives. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So if as much as we are giving space to AI, we are losing our EQ, sir. Because if somebody disturbed us during our reels, seeing all this, if we are spending time on seeing reels and other thing in the AI, if we are using AI for all our purposes, rather than eating another thing, we are using AI for everything. What is AI? Where is my house? All these things we are asking AI. If we are giving more space to AI, we are losing our EI, sir. If we
But
give
one has
more
to
space,
find a balance, isn't that? But then, madam, technology has to be there to some extent. But
yes,
then there should we say that there should be a balance?
It should be balanced, means how to balance, when to balance, that they should develop through EI only, sir.
Oh.
That means how to develop, where we can avoid, where we can use. That can be done through proper analyzing the situations, and that immediately they will get angry. So if I stop my son from seeing his mobile phone, immediately he'll get anger. He should stop for a minute, because if he is spending so much of time in his on seeing his mobile phone, even though for a study purpose or whatever it is, if I stop him, immediately he'll get anger. 1 minute he should stop and, ma'am, I am doing this. He can say it to me in a polite way, so that I can understand, okay, he is doing it for a reason. In anything which is in limit, can it's good. Otherwise, but for EQ, if you develop as much as EQ, that is better for your whole life. Not
Then
only
one more question, madam. Is SQ, that is spiritual quotient,
Yes, sir.
is it an extension of EQ, or spiritual quotient is totally different?
No, it is an extension, and after that, RQ is also, the ritual quotient is also coming, sir. Most of us
Which
are
one,
not
madam?
RQ, ritual quotient is also there, sir.
Oh.
After IQ is the first thing, after the ZQ, and SQ and RQ is also there, sir. Ritual quotient is also there. Most of us are not aware about SQ and RQ, and most of us are not aware about EQ as well. Now it is slowly gaining importance among the academicians and corporates. But after that, after SQ, RQ is also there, sir. Ritual
Madam,
quotient is also there.
as you were saying, in 1920, this concept of emotional,
Social intelligence. It was
social
named as social intelligence. That's
but
what.
ultimately, only in 1995, I think it was given a proper place. Why should it take so many years? I mean, has it evolved at a different? I mean, the level. I don't know, but normally
They call it in a different name, sir. Actually, to me, it's very simple, sir. It's a maturity.
Oh.
It's a maturity. To us, it's a maturity. Maturity means understanding whatever it is. We should understand everything. So it's a maturity only. Now they are giving the name as in the year they have seen that why maturity. Everyone will have the maturity, but we are not exhibiting. Someone will not have maturity. But emotional intelligence, in the sense, we need to develop. Why it is to be developed means we need more academicians who are academically, they are very they are very superb in academics, but they are very introverts.
Okay.
We have seen many of people, they are introverts. Academically, they are very super, but socially, they are very inept. Socially, they are very inept because the lack of emotional intelligence. If the lack of emotional intelligence, that's why it has been named as social intelligence. It creates a social bonding. You need to understand the intelligence in the society. That means the society, in the sense, others.
Thank you, madam. You answered a lot of questions. There are others also waiting.
Mr. V.S.R. Naidu, sir, please ask your question, sir.
Thank you.
Madam,
Thank you.
Madam, sir is a very senior most person, public relations
Namaskaram,
society of
sir.
India.
Namaste,
Yes, sir.
namaste.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ram Kumarji.
Welcome, sir.
Ma'am, I am already introduced. I am from Hyderabad.
Thanks, sir.
Ma'am, to my understanding, the emotional intelligence depends upon the family background, the environment, brought up, like educational background and many things, and our interaction or exposure to the environment. I want to know whether it has any connection with hereditary characters. Does it have any influence on that?
Not mostly, sir. It has little influence from the heredity or the genetic. Not like IQ, it is not completely genetic.
Yeah.
It is not completely heredity. But it has little, because we used to say he's like his father and grandfather, like he's getting angry for each and everything. So it has its, but if we control that thing, that is emotional intelligence. How to control, how to manage, he has to learn how to control, because his father and his grandfather is getting angry for each and everything. That is okay, that genetic, but he should know how to control, because there may be no opportunity for them to know about all these things maybe in the past, but now he's having all the facility how to go about of each and everything. So how to control his anger, one who should know how to control their emotions. So it can be learned, but it has a little impact, but not a complete impact like IQ. It can be, that's why I said it can be, it's a learned phenomenon. It can be learned, it can be developed. If you, a person who is having high IQ or low IQ, that is his limit. Because due to the heredity factors. But EQ means if he is having low, a person or an individual having low EQ, it can be developed through some soft skill programs and program. There are certain programs called NLP, neuro linguistic program is there. So it can be developed through certain programs. But IQ, it can be limited up to a certain, but not like EQ. The EQ can
Thank
be,
you very much.
it
Because
has, yeah.
our life journey almost depends upon emotions only.
Only.
Wherever we are, at home or outside home, we undergo emotions and we behave differently. But it is very much required to, as you said, to understand them and to control them and to act correctly.
And do that too, we have academics, our academics up to 22 years, but we have our emotions still are dead. So we need to develop that quality.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Aparna ma'am, you can raise your question, ma'am, please.
Ma'am, good evening. This is Aparna Anand here.
Good evening, ma'am.
It was a very nice session. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
It was very enlightening. Thank you for that. And I have a doubt regarding what you told, ma'am.
Yes,
You told that I am good and why you are not good, right?
not, we are not good. Okay, I will complete your questions, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. If that is going to be the case, if I'm going to ask somebody that I'm good, why you're not, why you're what to say, how to call it, as why you're not to that happy, or you're not happy, or you're not good, is it not like barging into their personal space?
No, we are not taking their personal space. If something, if we, in the
I'm sorry.
interactions between,
I can't hear your audio. Hello,
okay, yeah, it's okay.
ma'am,
sir.
it's stuck.
Stuck. No, for me, it's okay.
Ma'am,
It's
your
stuck.
voice is very clear, ma'am.
My voice is clear, no, sir.
Jayamala, ma'am,
Hello.
your voice is
Yeah,
very
ma'am.
clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me,
No.
ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah. No issues. Ma'am, actually, we are not going to ask each and every individual what is your problem at their doorstep. When somebody is interacting with us, if they are wrongly understood, then only why you don't understood. That's why. So we are not going to each and individual's doorstep to know their personal things. If somebody is interacting with us and somebody is misunderstanding us, what makes them to misunderstand? That's what we have to.
Okay.
If we are talking, if your perception is different that of mine. If I say something, it is not necessary you should accept. But at the same time, what makes you to think differently? So my point is to clarify the point in which I am perceiving the aspect.
Okay. Okay.
So if I understood that his perception is different, then there won't be any problem.
Okay. Okay. But we don't have any kind of technique like when they start something to ask us, and if we try to get to know about the crux of what they are going to ask, I mean the undercurrent of the question, in between the lines, is there any kind of thing to understand that, reading between lines kind? Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, சொல்லுங்க. இல்ல, sorry, கேக்கல.
No, actually, we cannot say that. That means we have to mind read each and every month. That will be very difficult. Whatever their perception, let it be. Because others' opinion cannot define our character first. We should be because we should keep it in mind that others' opinion cannot define our character. Because on seeing certain aspects, it may think they may think that I am wrong, but I am not wrong, and it's not my duty to explain that I am not wrong.
True.
Let them perceive, but when time comes, then we can tell them. Or if they think so, it's their opinion. Okay, I am not there to explain. Let it be. If we move on that way, then there won't be any problem, because everyone has their own perception about others. We cannot be good to everyone. We cannot make everyone happy.
Yeah, true.
So whenever that there is a problem arises, then we should analyze why it is. Otherwise, no need. Let them think whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah. Fine, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you
Sir,
so
ma'am,
much.
I do follow Chanakya's rule, ma'am.
Okay. 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 Fine. Fine. That's great. Nice time.
Thank
I
you.
got
Nice
one more
time
question.
to having an
Yes,
Madam,
yes, sir.
if somebody is not so good at IQ,
Ah.
can he have a high level of EQ? Is it possible?
Definitely, sir. Definitely,
Oh.
sir. Definitely, sir. There is no relationship between IQ and EQ, sir. EQ
Oh.
means if that I'm very sorry that for the person who is not having any formal education can be good at sympathy and empathy, can help a lot of people, can make others to help, make others, make extend his hands to make others to go for higher studies and all. This is a kind of a EQ.
Oh, that's
So IQ and EQ, a person who is having IQ is not having a EQ and all. It's not like that. There is not connection with IQ and EQ. IQ is that talks about your cognitive capacity, that is thinking capacity, and your academic things and technical solving, problem solving skills. But whereas EQ is not like that. It talks about your life success. So the
Ma'am, can
person
we take it as inverse? It is inversely proportional?
not
No, not
universally, there
exactly.
no, not exactly. It doesn't mean the
Mm.
person who is having high EQ may have or may not have a EQ.
Okay.
A
Okay.
person who is having high EQ may or may not have IQ. It's
Okay.
not
No,
necessary.
I'm
No,
asking
not
like
inversely.
uh,
I am saying there is we
mm,
don't connect these two things. This is totally a
okay.
technical and cognitive. This is totally an empathical and emotional thing, feelings.
Okay. Okay.
E-
Two independent modules.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But madam,
Right.
in a professional organization,
yes.
one should be intelligent enough and also have sufficient emotional intelligence, isn't that? Both are required.
He is there, sir. Yes.
This one.
But obviously, a person who is unskilled workers, the organizations will not recruit the person who is not having required skill. But
The basic.
it's okay, basic requirement. But this EQ is not the basic requirement. It is better to have. That's it. But nowadays, to success in life and other societal relationship, EQ is necessary. See, even if we ask some hand loan to someone, we should have a good personal relationship with others. Say, I have a PhD degree, can you give me loan? No one will give. If I know someone personally and I have a good personal relationship, they can extend some facility, credit facility to me by knowing me and by knowing my own characters, how I move and all of this. So, societal betterment, we should have EQ, high EQ. And nowadays, we need to work in a team. In a collaborative manner, we need to take decisions and we need to exhibit higher performance. For that, we need to enhance the instead of IQ, we need to enhance EQ. IQ is basic for getting a job in get to go near to the doors, but EQ is the thing which will take you to the position.
Dear participants, any other question? Dear participants,
Now we can close.
uh, first of all, I want to thank our chairman, Chennai chapter chairman, Mr. Ram Kumar Singaram sir, for accepting this wonderful webinar today. Thank you, Dr. C. Jaimala madam, associate professor, School of Law, Department of Commerce, Savitha University, Chennai, for this wonderful webinar, ma'am. Today, many people, interacted with you, and you have given many information. How emotionally intelligent are you, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity. And many more than 70 participants participate today, and they gain more knowledge today's webinar. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jarat sir. Thank you, Naidu Garu. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Even
you,
we can
Jaimala
talk about
madam.
lot of informations with
Thank you.
all the participants, because due to time constraints we have to cut short, because emotional, if we talk about emotional intelligence, that will take days together. So thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity given to me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Raja sir, and thank you, Ramkumar sir, and Naidu sir. I don't know our name, and others. All the participants for their
Thank you, ma'am.
patience listening. And if I say something wrong, I am extremely sorry for that. Not due to intentional, but thank you all for their patience listening.
Yeah, thank you so much for the session, ma'am. That was very, very mind-blowing it is. Thank you for that.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so
Dear
much.
participants, I'm going to post a feedback form for certificate. Kindly fill up the feedback form. Dear participant, I'm going to post feedback form in the chat box. Kindly fill up the feedback form to receive a e-certificate through your mail ID. Thank you all. Dear participants, we'll meet you in another good program. Thank you all. Good night. Ebenezer sir, you can wind up the session, sir. You can end the session. Ebenezer sir, you can end the session. Thank you all.
Can I leave this meeting? Anybody can touch that one. Can I leave this meeting?